You can start.
Hello everyone, my name is Kaushaki Sondhi and today we are going to have a session on stress management at workplace. I'm representing IIU, International Internship University. It is a great platform to share the views and it is in focusing on all the major points to be taken into consideration while we are going through our education, new education policies and new things to be taken into consideration. So I will be sharing my screen with you all, where I will be sharing a PPT on today's topic, that is stress management at workplace. I hope you are able to see my screen right away. Yes. So, yes. Thank you,
Put
Nada.
a full screen. You can put a full screen if you
Okay,
can.
I can. Yes. Just a second. Not able to make it. Okay. So today's topic is stress management at workplace, and we are representing International Internship University. When we talk about stress, stress is something which is being seen as a part of our daily life nowadays. I'm working in an college right now as a professor. Before I was working as a principal at a post of principal. So I had a great exposure about different places where I saw that how people are coping with the stress, how stress is affecting their daily life, and how they are making a stress a part of their life. Now they are, they are saying like, oh, I am in stress. This is a daily version of their speech right now, which they are using to define themselves. So this is something which is nowadays keeping people very much engaged with themselves, and people are very okay to give it a part in their daily life. So my name is Kaushaki Sondhi. I'm representing this topic today. And I think that I have been taking this as a research from like 6 months. And I have written a book also on it, that is Escalation Towards Your Goal, that is Subject XM, which a major part of it is speaking about the career, where we saw that on different stages of career, we are seeing stress at different parts. So when it comes to what is stress, first of all, it means when you have resources which are not as per your, the managing skills, you are not able to help yourself to cope with the resources you have. You are not capable enough to give your feedback, your the opportunities are not useful to you, or you are not able to provide your services where the resources are lacking, or maybe they are not as per the required zone you want to explore. So resources are less and the pressure is more. When we talk about pressure, pressure can be of different type. Pressure can be from the employee, from the employer, from the peer, from the personal life. When we talk about from the employee, it means that the employee is not giving you due respect, or maybe he's not giving you a comfortable zone to explore yourself, to put your opportunities ahead, or to put your attributes or traits to showcase them. Or maybe he is very much pressurizing you, maybe due to cultural biasness, due to your vocabulary, maybe due to your physical appearance. So many things are part of a stress which form into a pressure. Maybe that can be of any reason. So when the resources are less and the pressure is more at our workplace, we call it stress in a very simple language. And I think nowadays we are facing these kind of problems, where we are, whether we are having a cultural biasness, on the basis of your eating habits, maybe on your living standards, or you are not able to represent yourself in a more comfort zone, or maybe you are not capable enough to show cause the living standards the others are carrying. So you feel very pressurized. Oh my god, he's carrying that kind of lifestyle, I'm not fitting in that. Maybe you have other responsibilities to fulfill and you are not able to cope with that. So these kind of pressures form a stress at workplace, which we we encounter in our performance, and we are not able to give our due important uh, outcomes which are required to give in our performance time. So going ahead, I will be talking about two kinds of stress. The stress kind can be of eustress and de-stress. See, when we have a problem, we have an opportunity also. It is upon us, we convert that problem into an opportunity, or we convert that problem into a pressure. So this is all choice. I think stress is something which is given as a, it is a choice. We choose it. We don't have to take it. We choose it. And eustress and de-stress are those kind of stress which define both the elements. When we talk about eustress is something which is a positive stress. See, if I give you a case study here, that you are an employee, Mr. X of some company, and you have to represent your performance. So you have to give any, a presentation on next day, and your boss told you to prepare some PPT or something on that, and you have a pressure. You are facing a pressure. This can be a stress. Yes, this is a stress, but this stress is an opportunity. You can convert this stress into an opportunity by giving your best performance. And you can have appraisal, maybe you have an appreciation, or you can be a great employee of that company in the coming years. So this is a motivation. Here your boss is giving you a platform to perform yourself, to prove yourself. So this is a motivation. Other than that, if your boss tell you in the same condition that if you are not able to perform good enough next day, then you will be out of the company. Now this is a de-stress. Now you can perform your best, but you have a pressure that if this not happen, then what's the next step? Then your boss will put you out of that zone. So we have two types of elements here. The boss can give you a condition where you can prove yourself in a better condition, and the boss can give you a condition where you can put yourself in a de-stress position, where you are not okay with it. You are doing something but under pressure. So this is not upon the boss. We have to think this. We have to understand this point. The boss is not an element to provide you this condition or circumstances. You are here to convert the stress into a eustress or a de-stress. This is your choice. So stress comes with a choice. If you are taking it with a pressure, it is a de-stress. If you are taking it with an opportunity or with an enjoyment, or to prove yourself, or as a performance to be given, and you are waiting for that opportunity, then this is a eustress for you. So eustress is don't last for a long time, because other than that you have to prove yourself again and again at a regular intervals. Whereas de-stress, that can be of a long time, that can be of a short time, depending upon how much stress you are taking, the scale bar you are measuring yourself at a workplace. So these two kinds of stress, which the mind, they have a fight inside. As you can see in the PPT also, that the mind has having a a gesture of fight against themselves. They are not able to cope with the situation. So you have these kind of stress at workplace. Now going ahead, along with the topic which we are encountering today, that is stress, we have types of stress at workplace also. The type of stress can be acute stress, or that can be an episodic, or that can be a chronic stress also. When we say acute stress means a stress which you encounter at a daily measures of time. Maybe you are late for your work. Suppose at workplace you have to report yourself at 9:15 and you are late by any default. Maybe your metro is late, or maybe your car hang up in some, or stuck in some traffic, or you encounter some accident or something, or you get late with your some other personal works. So you are late at your work, so you get stressed. Oh my god, what will the boss say? Now you are facing a kind of stress which is an acute stress. This can be forgotten after some time. After some time you will be okay with it. You are able to engage with what you have encountered previously. Then come the episodic acute stress. When we say episodic acute stress, this is little bit longer period. Hanging period of your stress is longer as compared to the acute stress. Here you are having the stress again and again, the same stress at a regular intervals. Maybe here the boss is not cooperative. Maybe the work environment is not cooperative. Maybe you have a pressure to prove yourself. Maybe the resources are not as per your requirements. Maybe you are not able to have a particular environment you are looking for, or maybe you have applied for some job which is not as you applied for. You are given some task which is not as per your caliber. Then you face episodic acute stress, because you are again and again facing that same kind of dilemma, same kind of problem again and again in your life, and now you are captured, you are occupied, your mind is occupied with that kind of pressure. So you are now at the end result, you don't have any outcome to be proved, so you find yourself very much framed and concrete with that kind of environment. So then come the chronic stress. The chronic stress is some stress which is a long period. Suppose maybe you got a job opportunity in your Google company. Now you're very happy employee. The the salary scale you are getting is very much good. The opportunities you are getting is very much good. The appraisal you are getting is good. The environment is good. The cultural, there's nothing like cultural biasness or any pressure points you are having from your work environment, but still you are not happy. This can be due to any medical condition. Maybe you are not healthy enough. Maybe you are physically not fit. Now the type of stress you are facing at a work is a chronic stress, because this is something you are facing physically. No one can help you in it. No one can take you out of it. So now the stress is chronic stress. So there are three kinds of stress a person can face in a work profile. That can be an acute stress, that can be an episodic acute stress, and that can be a chronic stress. Most of us on a daily basis, which we face, is an acute stress. So, and we can always, ignore that part of acute stress and be at a relaxed point, because anyhow this acute stress again and again, if we give it entertain this kind of stress in our life, then these stress can become a regular part of our life, and it can become an episodic acute stress. And now we are hanging ourselves against our will, and we are giving a power to a stress to play a more heroic kind of a role in our life. And now we are not happy with what is happening, because we have given it all opportunities to enjoy in our life, and we are much stressful facing the things which we are encountering. Going ahead, we have reasons of stresses at workplace. Like people think that, okay, what can be a cause of stress which can we have at a work? So sometimes we are being hanging up with the long hours, working hours against our will. Maybe the bosses want us to prove or provide services more as we are doing, and he asks us to give more 2 hours or 1 hour at work profile to perform ourselves. Then the long hours can be a hampering part or a reason of stress at workplace. Other than that, we can have a heavy workload. Sometimes we are provided with a load of work at work, and this can be maybe you are a new employee at a first stage of your career, and you are not able to provide your services as per the time or as per the deadlines, or maybe the other person is pressurizing you to do his work as well. When you are at work profile, you are new to any company or to an organization, these kind of stress come to us in our daily lives. Then other than that, if we are changing an organization, the new organization is not fit as we were in the last. We are not much comfortable we were in the last company, then this can be also a cause of a stress at workplace. Then the tight deadlines. Yes, the deadlines. The deadlines provide you to complete a task. We need 2 days and the deadline is for the 1 day. Then the pressure we have to complete a task within that given period frame also is a cause of stress at workplace. Changing of duties. Suppose we are doing our duty at our will, we are happy with what we are provided at work, but still somehow the duties have been exchanged with some other peer. Now we are facing our challenging here because we are not happy with what we are given right now. Other than that, we were happy with the zone we were comfortable. Now we are very much uncomfortable with our duties we are provided at work. Then comes the job insecurity. Yes, this is a major point we are focusing right now. Many people, many youngsters, and many youths are facing these kind of insecurities in their life, because nowadays what happening is many students, many youth, they are very much insecure with their job. Even not the youth, but the old age people who have provided more than 8 years, 9 years, 10 years of their life in their work profile. Now they are facing a problem of job insecurity because they are not upskill and reskill as per the required job profile. New students, new youths have come, they are giving their best at their young age, and these 8 years, 9 years experienced people are facing the job insecurity because the jobs are for the youths. They want some youngsters to be a part of the company, and the youths to be a part of their regular job profiles. And the old people, the people who have provided 8 or 9 years of their services to the workplace, now they are facing a problem because anyhow they can be out at any time. They can be fired at any time. So this is also a problem of stress at workplace, and that's why we are seeing that people are going through the performance pressure. They are talking about performance pressure because everything is about performance right now. People want to prove themselves. People want to show that we are working, we are providing services to the organization. And anyhow, this thing is hampering the personal branding also. People are not focusing on personal branding. People are not focusing on networking. They are just being, sheltered and being captured and captivated with that limited access of their working, that is their organization or the company or the school or the college they are working, and they are not able to explore their talents outside that four walls. Then come the lack of autonomy. When we talk about autonomy, means we don't have the responsibility and authority going hand in hand. Both of them are different. The responsibility, we have something to prove, do, but we don't have the authority to access something. That is very much hampering, because for everything we need to take permission from the other immediate boss in the organization, and this is anyhow hampering the work profile also, because now the person who is younger to you is your boss and you are older to him, so ego clashes here. So we get stressed. You see, at this age I'm reporting to that person. Is it okay? This is not okay. So we get very much occupied with the stress at work. Not only this, the work get boring. I have seen last year, maybe 6 months back or something, in a newspaper article, it was shown that a person is doing a great job of 25 lakhs or 30 lakhs package. Still he is not happy with his profile because he's finding everything so regular. Morning he have to get up, he have to go to work, all the same employees he's facing. The money comes and he just buy whatever stuff he wants to. He provide everything his family needs to. Still he is not happy because the work is so much monotonous, it is so regular that he is not happy with his work and profile. So here, other than that, many other things also cause the stress at workplace. That can be a poor working conditions, maybe the role conflicts, maybe the work overload, maybe the career concerns are also there, or rotation in the job shifts or the occupational demands. These kind of things are also a major causes of the stress at workplace. Going ahead, when we say now we have this problem, we were talking about a problem, that is stress, which we have at work. But we today gathered, or we are having this session to how to solve this problem. How can we manage? How can we solve? How can we resolve these kind of stress which we have on a regular life, and these are hampering our daily routine or mental and physical fitness. So see, when we say stress management is defined as a tool or a strategy that help our mental and physical well-being to be not impacted by any external environmental causes. That can be anything we talked about right now. That can be your job, that can be your career pressure, that can be your performance pressure, anything that is not hampering your body, mind, emotional, and behavior. All the four zones are, and all the four pillars are particularly very much constructed on complete. They are not disturbed by any external source. Then we call it stress management. Yes, we are managing our stress at a very good handling. So how can we do that? So we have some kind of strategies for that. We have already framed strategies. Many of the philosophers and researchers have provided the philosophies which we can follow to manage ourselves very much in a good position to not to have stress at work. So going ahead with one of a strategy which is very much follows, and even in the colleges and the schools, we right now making students to understand how to handle the stress, how to manage the stress at work. So going ahead, we have a strategy called 4A's stress management strategies, which is almost applied at every work profile to manage yourself, to not to get stressed or not to get depressed or not to have a very de-stress situation in their lives. So the 4A's of stress management, the first A talk about avoid. When we say avoid means when you suppose you have an encountering some situation which is not as per your caliber, which is not as per your will, or you are not happy or uncomfortable in that role. So what you can do, the first thing any person, any employee, any professional need to understand is avoid. Suppose some of your peer or your employer is not good as per you, as per your perspective, he is providing you a lot of pressure. So the thing is avoid that situation. You can't just, you have a measuring scale of where you burst out. Don't burst at a first length of your scale. Give yourself time. Okay, it's okay, it's his behavior to do like that, so it's okay, I'm okay with that. So you have to be very much not sensitive, but very much sensible right now to understand that okay, we can avoid these kind of situations. So actively avoiding all the unnecessary sources of stress can help you to be not be stressed, but help you to be a eustress person, as we talked earlier. The next is alter. If you are not able to avoid the situation, if you are not able to avoid that employer who is providing you a pressure points, then you can alter the situation. You can alter the situation by changing your work zone, by changing your performance, by giving yourself more exposure about other things you are good at. If you are not good or you are not making him happy with certain kind of work thing, then you can provide other things which make him happy. You can alter these kind of things, so just to easy your work area of exposure. Then the other thing you can do is adapt. If you are not able to avoid, if you are not able to alter the situation, the sources of stress that can't be avoided, then you can adapt it. Adapt means, see, we have seen in the history also the dinosaurs or the other mammals or any animals who survive the changing environment. They have adapted. Dinosaurs were, they extinct because they were not able to adapt the situation, the external environment. That's why they are not here right now. Otherwise, they would have survived over the period. Because of the changing environment, they are not able to adapt that situation. They are not able to adapt the external conditions. That's why they are not here right now. So if you want to survive in any work condition, you have to adapt. If you are not adapting in the external environment, then you will be vanished from there. You will be removed from there, or you will be the only person who is suffering the stress. So the best part, the best thing in any stress condition is to adapt it, because when you realize or when you consume that okay, it can happen with me also, it's okay, that it's okay is very much relieving. It is a refiller and a reliever in your life, which provide you very much easiness to survive in any work conditions. Then come the acceptance. When you are occupying yourself, when you are taking everything that can't be changed, you are not someone who can, you are not a superhero, you can change any environment. It's okay, it's happening with you. So you are observing that condition, because the condition right now is not going to affect you in the coming 5 years. When you talk to yourself, when you put this question in your life, is this condition or this employer is going to be a part of my life in the coming 5 years? No. So then why I'm giving him so much importance? Is it okay to give him so much of importance that I'm suffering because of him? I'm giving my health this kind of suffering. Is it okay? Because mental pressure is something which destroy your whole body. You're not, you get stuck with what you are doing inside and outside. So you have to go through these kind of four pillars and four filters to relieve yourself from the stress at workplace. They are called the 4A stress management. You can avoid, you can alter, you can adapt, you can accept that okay, I can't change anything. And yes, this person who is giving me pressure, the person who is giving me stress right now is not so important. The important is my body, my physical body, my mental health, my work profile, my performance. And no one can destroy and no one can hamper it at any cost. I'm not going to, compromise at any situation for anyone. It's okay. Let him speak. Let him tell that do that, do that. You are not good at this. You are not. What the hell? He's not the person who can tell you that okay, you are not good with that. Why I'm giving him so much of importance? These kind of positive framework can structure your mindset. So going ahead with that, I will be now talking about the positive thinking, because the major role of stress management is all about positive thinking. We have two mindset, whether to choose what is happening and be a part of that, be a victim of okay, this is happening with me and I want to cry, I want to be in stress. Other than that, you have other opportunity that if this is happening with me, I'm getting the opportunity to prove myself, right? People even don't have the opportunity to prove themselves. Now I am able to prove myself because I have something to give a result outcome to. Otherwise, you can't do that. So putting a positive thinking into a practice can be a good measure to manage your stress at workplace. See, I have certain points which we are talking about here. Our mind tell us, I've never done it before. This is so hard for me to provide services or how to do this work. The positive thinking can be, it's an opportunity to learn something. This is a platform where I can put myself. Your negative mind can tell you it's too complicated. It's hard for me to provide these kind of results. Or your positive mind can tell you that I am able to tackle the difficult and the different angle. I'm good enough to manage it. I can do it. Your negative mind can tell you there is no way it will work. And the positive mind can tell you, I can try. I can try that at work. Your negative mind can tell you that it's too radical to change. I'm too stuck, I'm too rigid, I can't change. Your positive mind can tell you, let's take a chance. And this is what happening right now. Many of the people are not changing their job even with the good opportunities they are having, because they are so much stuck that if that happened, but if that happened, if this will happen, if this will be happening in the future, if that, if is so much of occupying your all the positive things. We have to understand that we can't be rigid. We have to change. We have to come out of your comfortable zone and provide the services. Or negative mind can tell us, I'm too lazy to get this done, I can't do this, this is not my cup of tea. And your positive mind can tell you, I wasn't able to fit in my schedule, but I can re-examine my priorities, I can do my priorities again. This can be my priority in the next time. I can prove it again in the next, maybe in the next time or next practice I have. So these positive thinking and positive practice can help you to relieve from a stress and help you to be a stress manager at your end. Now, again talking about positive thinking, again talking about stress management, I will be talking here about the resilience and well-being at workplace. Resilience means flexible mindset. When we say being resilient at workplace, it means having a flexible mindset that okay, if this is happening, maybe he have that kind of perspective. Maybe the employer is asking for something more from me. Maybe he have seen a good talent in me. That's why he's asking for extra work. That can be one mind, and that can the other mind can be that, oh, why he's always after me, why he's not asking others to complete the task, why he's always asking me to prove that and prove this, why he's after me. The two kind of mindset are here. You have to change, you have to be flexible with your mind, you have to be very much playful with your mind to prove the services, to prove yourself that you are not a victim, you you are a person who is proving yourself, and you are not being happering with anything what the external environment, the employer or the employee or the immediate boss or the management pressure points. This is not something not personal. You are taking everything personally. That's why we have a stress. Don't take anything personally. You are not any relative or any son or daughter of someone who will provide you services. You are going in that organization because you have to prove yourself. You have to give your services to that organization. You have to give your performance to that organization. You have to understand that point. If you are understanding that point, now this is your duty to have, be able to focus or have encounter any kind of external version of talking or external version of pressures being coming from the sources. Now you can't say that why you are giving me that work. You have to do that work. I'm not saying that you always have to perform the duties of others. No, learn to say no. But you have to understand when where to say no and when not to say no. Because if you are mixing that no at a very early age of your working profile, then that will be hampering your work also. You will be out of your work. You have to understand that first you have to prove yourself. Once you prove yourself, once you achieve the targets, once you have shown your performance, once everyone is appreciated your work and your attributes, now you can say that this is something what not match my work profile, or maybe this is something extra which I am giving, so excuse me for that. May I have my work area to be focused upon. I can't perform the work of others. The way the speech language is very much important. The delivery of speech, the choice of words is very much important when also you are saying no. Otherwise, it will hamper your personality. Now, we're talking about resilience and work well-being in the workplace. The five pillars are emotional well-being. First of all, when you are flexible with your mind, when you are telling yourself that it's okay if someone is giving you work, I'm new to this work and I'm new to this work profile or to the organization, so it's okay because I will be given extra work to prove myself. So it's okay. I can't compare my that why I'm giving more work as compared to Mr. X or Mr. Y. Maybe Mr. X and Mr. Y have proved themselves before, or maybe they are very old in that company. They are performing from the very previous jobs. They have given their best otherwise before you also. You don't know that. So I have to keep a very much emotional well-being, that okay, this can happen, I'm giving work. So this kind of flexible mindset can be a helpful in your stress management also. Then the inner drive. When we say inner drive means your ability to set goals and motivate yourself, as well as adopt a forward thinking approach to progress through life. You have to give yourself that, yes, come on, I have to give my best at my work. This is my forward thinking approach. Going ahead, not thinking why this happened, but how to prove myself. There's a huge difference between these two kind of mindset. Then being future focused, you can't think about that what is happening right now. You have to be very much future oriented, that the outcomes will be very good. Once I do this job, once I perform this task, then I will be given all the appreciation. If you want appreciation at work, you have to also have a positive approach of providing your services for that work. You can't just sit around and ask for the appreciation. You have to do work to get the appreciation at your work. Then the relationships. Once you're performing the work, maybe the extra work, the relationships get best. The immediate boss, the management also get happy that okay, you are doing the extra work for the company. Because see, no one is blind. Everyone knows if you are performing, if you're doing something, everyone knows that you are working, you are doing something. So that's it, that's make a relationship in your caliber, your authority, your responsibility, your conceptual work, your construction of how you are delivering your work. Everyone can figure it out that you are delivering your best. So this helps you to have a constructive mindset also. Then come the physical health. Once you have a flexible mindset, you are happy with what is happening. You find yourself wanted in that company. Everyone wants you. Everyone wants you to perform something. Then this gives you a very positive outcome of physical health also. So having a resilience at work and following the 5 pillars which are required to have a flexible mindset, all these 5 pillars form a part of your life once you just have a positive mindset of performing your work. So we have seen that resilience at work can be help you to have a living authority, can give you a interactive cooperatively, can help you to maintaining a perspective, a mindset, a futuristic approach, help you to finding for calling, you know where to go, now where to approach, help you to manage stress. Yes, it helps you to manage stress at a very good level, helps you to build networks because once you are performing the task of different people, you have a great relationship with the other people around and you form a network in within an organization and either outside an organization also. Going ahead, now I will be talking about how to manage stress at work. There are certain kind of things, certain points and certain steps we can follow to manage stress at workplace. First, we can learn what triggers at workplace. First, figure out what are your stressors. You have to understand that what stress points are triggering us. The person, the thing, the place, the location, the organization, maybe the work. What is something that is hampering your mental peace? Figure it out. Create your work life balance. You have to understand that this is your personal life, this is your professional life, and this is my self life, this is me time. Once you complete your working hours, now you are out of your work, that is your me time. Don't entertain anyone outside your work zone. Don't give yourself so much of pressure. Enjoy your me time. Then seek professional help. If something is very much chronic, going something chronic, stress is happening that is not within you to solve, then you can have a professional help for that. Something which is disturbing you mentally, then you can go for a counseling session also. It is not something that you are having a mental problem or something like that, but you need to understand that having a professional or counseling can help you come out of any major issues you are facing. Talking is a big counseling session. Nothing is bigger than just sitting around and talking to a person. What is your major issue? What is disturbing you? Asking someone that what is hampering your mental peace can be a very great help. Then staying organized. You have to give yourself a organized, a disciplined lifestyle. Don't get messy around. Give yourself time, give your body a time, give your mental peace a time. Do yoga, go for an exercise, go for cycling, go out for a social, get together. We are humans, we are social animals. We can't just stay aloof. We can't stay alone. If you're staying alone, you will get depressed, you will get stressed. We need someone to talk. I'm not saying that always do that, but somehow within a week or something, go out, give yourself personal time, go out with the people who give you positive thinking, who approach you very positively, who see you, who don't judge you, who just stay around you with a positive mindset. Eat healthy, get plenty of sleep. Plenty of sleep can help you. Don't stay awake long time and then go for the work, otherwise that will hamper your work life. You will be suffering mentally, staying there physically but mentally you are not there. That will be hampering your personal, physical, professional life too. And also close workplace relationship. Maintaining a close workplace relationship means you have to understand that how much to disclose yourself at a workplace. Don't disclose every personal life to everyone. Don't be an open chapter of your life. If you're disclosing everything of your life to the workplace, then people, once if the relationship doesn't go good with that person, then that can be disclosed, and then that can be a grapevine, that can form a grapevine communication, that can be a gossip, a part of gossip of your life at a workplace, and that can hamper your stress, that can hamper your physical and mental peace, and that can be very much not okay with yourself. Now, the instant stress reliever techniques, if you will ask me, I will be talking about treat yourself very much, easy. Don't get serious. Ask yourself for a help. If you're feeling, see, if we are having a fever, we go to the doctor. Still, same goes with if we are having a mental pressure, we can go to a doctor. Why we are taking it as a mental health issue? We have to understand that if we are having a fever, we are going to a doctor. It's so simple. Similarly, if we are having a mental problem, if we are having a mental pressure, we are having a mental phobia of something, we can go to a doctor or to a professional counseling session. Say no. Understand to say no where required. I'm not saying always say no, but say no if you are not comfortable. You are taking some responsibility, but you are not happy with it. You are taking some workload and you are not happy with it. Understand to say no, but in a very polite way. You have to know the speech delivery here. The paralinguistic features should be very much okay. Your voice, your tone, your speech, your speaking rate should be that much okay that the other person don't get offended. The humor should be not questionable. It should be very decent. Write it down. If you are not okay with something, write in your diary your stress. Relieve yourself. Cry. Talk to yourself. Talk to your friends. Relieve yourself. You don't get gather yourself with all the emotions inside. Work out. Go for an exercise. Engage in a mindless activity. Do something pretty much funny like dance, maybe painting, maybe canvas painting, maybe on Netflix also. So do yourself, give yourself an entertainment time that can help you also to relieve yourself. So thank you so much. I think these all points would be very much helpful to you, applying the 4A strategies and also applying the stress reliever that can help you to have a great kind of mindset at your life and help you to relieve yourself from the stress. Thank you so much. Over to you, Nada.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So we are finished. You can.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, and have a great workplace life. Thank you.